fire trucks all damn day. You got to get a new hobby. They used to tell me, need to get a new hobby, Wayne. That ain't working. You too old to be doing this and that. Y'all know. Anyway, peace and blessings, live from the shy south side, bringing you that kingdom image, truth, kingdom truth. What is kingdom? God's control over your life and everything that's connected to you, and you keeping His instruction. That's life, fam. Real life. I didn't realize that. Until I got older, I found out we're God's chosen people. I knew God wanted a lot for us. Even as a child, I struggled with the word because I'm like, why I gotta do this? But at the same time, I took hold to it because I'm like, okay, I ain't really like going to church every 4 times a week and all that stuff, but I love the Most High. I love God, and I accepted Jesus as my Lord and personal Savior, and He still is. But there's some other things even in that I had to learn a whole lot. How that song, yeah, the song said that I wouldn't trade in for this world. That song is true. Tell me that my trials only come to make me strong. And with this, He promised to never leave me alone. Do we break the songs down? Because think about it, you're going through life, you don't tell what might arise. You need something like that. When I was locked up, and I wound up beating that case, they charged me. But I wound up beating it and went home, all praise to the Most High. Let me tell you something, I poured a Paul on them. I poured a Paul on them. And it come from the mindset of being sincere and loving God because I began ministering in there. And the folks will tell you that. The ones right here in my city, now they see I used to once, but once your eye of understanding, your eye, your mind's eye have been open and you connected with the all, you know who you are, you know your purpose and why you here. All that changes, family. Now you might be complacent with it, oh yeah, we the people, okay, but guess what? The spirit is not gonna be complacent with you because everything you do, it ain't gonna come out. It ain't gonna come out how you think it's gonna come out. You gonna be pushing and adding a little more here or there, thinking of taking chances and all kind of. The devil gonna work you. He gonna work you if he can get you to look that way. I tell you the truth. Listen to OG Wayne. Uncle Wayne know for real. Uncle Wayne know. I'm telling you from experience. I don't got time to come on here playing games. You got enough people out here sugarcoat shit and messing up people's lives, and introducing all kind of perverse and ungodly, and I'm an elder now. Certain things I have to even watch my mouth. So I'm like, okay, how you go? And that constantly hearing Myron Gold, uh, Sister Celestial, Prophetess Celestial, and other brothers and sisters, like watch your mouth. The brother from Jamaica, what's his name? I was just watching, bro. I'm subscribed to him. That's a shame. I don't remember all these lanes be so long. But it's one of our Hebrew Israelite brothers in Jamaica. And he take care of that business. But his ministry is based on YaHuWaH, the Messiah. I can't think of brother name. Hold on, let me get his name because I'm bogus. Say his name. Say everybody else's name. Holy Spirit, work with me. It'll come to me, yo. In fact, let me turn my TV on. What's up, man? That's a shame. I got so much stuff running through my mind. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna go through it to get to it. I can turn my TV on. Bro, take care of that business. He be on them big mega church people. He be on them, and I understand the spirit is moved. And we operate in the spirit of YaHuWaH I. You know, we not like everybody else. People wonder why we always talking about the word. And we always talking about the Bible. Everybody don't look. Everybody haven't been introduced to the truth of the matter. His name is Josh, though. That's the problem. Everybody has his name is Josh. His name is perfecting the saints. Perfecting the saints. Perfecting the saints. That's the name of his channel. Where you at, Brother Josh? I was just watching him. So I can't reach the kids because you're not filled with the spirit. The only spirit that's able to reach and go beyond bounds without measures is love. Love, yeah, Brother Josh, perfecting the saints. Brother only. You know, I was just watching it too, Brother Beyond. And I always leave a like on there. I might not always comment, but I leave a like and I pray in the spirit. You know. But it's and my point was it was him over there perfecting the saints. And his name, I could be wrong even with the name, that's crazy, but that's the name of his channel, Perfecting the Saints. And like I said, Brother Myra Golden, Prophetess Celestial, and my girl, she always on me about that. My woman, she tells me, listen, your mouth, every word, she'll let you know to a point where she gets down under your skin, which she should. Because if I'm sharing, if I'm being real with you, I'm keeping it a buck, then what I'm telling you that's of the truth should send a shock to you. You know what I'm saying? So much knowledge on here now. What they're not telling black people is that the GOP is terrified of Trump's next move. Look, that's what I be tripping on. Black people watch this now. White people break down tears, realizing black people were right all along. The Bible said that. But you know what? Okay, no. Why Satan fears black people? Why Satan fears black people? The Bible is a surprising message. This was shocking. What the Ethiopian Bible says about Christ's return was shocking. Black faith, don't miss this. There's a lot, they put out a lot of videos, brothers and sisters. Like in the beginning when I noticed around 2008, 2009, 10, 11, upward to 2015, you had the brothers and sisters going hard out here. You know, going hard on the book, going hard on YouTube, and really laying, you got a lot of the camps out front, really pioneering, bringing the word to the masses. But at the same time, you had brothers and sisters that's not in those groups, that seem to be overlooked, that's out here really in the streets, doing the work. They live by that God code. They never depended on the system. You know, they might have went towards the system once or twice, but that ain't what they do. I'm telling you from personal experience, and it works. I just shared a video yesterday. Like, man, y'all need to understand, God's law is great. We're a kingdom people. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me with that. Get all that know what I'm saying. We are a kingdom people, and our power exceeds what's going on in the earth. Everything about the kingdom, they haven't taken nothing because they don't even know. They don't even know, brothers and sisters, but they're learning. But all them videos, oh man, it's just wow. I just took that on really big brother, man. Perfecting the Saints ministry. Shout out to brother and prophets and the other brother, the elder Michael. They stay on that cursing. Why are you using foul language? And it really convicts you about it. My lady, whew. I don't care when I'm at you, I'm jump in and let you know. Bro, you need to watch your mouth. Every word coming out your mouth is not good. And I have to think about it like that. Like, why does every word come out of your mouth? That can be slang or a curse word. If you're a child, yes, okay, you might have gotten away with it. It was winked on. But now, the Most High is not winking on ignorance. You know better, you do better. Because there's something greater at work that you're conveying this message to others and they're paying attention. They really trying to see if you about that. And let me tell you something, you shortcomings and all, Wayne about that. I ain't never, I'm that one I'm talking about, never had the system. You know, a lot of people, I don't praise to the Most High. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's and render to the Most High what is his. I'm the Most High's. So I use these hands that he has given me. I try to work out consistently so I can stay conditioned, to handle these tools. These tools shocking the nervous system all day. So you want to work out and have balance. You know, you don't want to be as you get older, fuck around and have a nervous condition or something. When you could have, at that time, I look at it like I look at a lot of brothers and sisters, and especially our elders. I'd be like, no. When I get that old, I pray I'm mobile and, you know, 70s, and which I see the elders, all praise to the Most High, moving like, I even see some 80s moving like, whoa. Not whoa, but all praise to the Most High. Because, brother, you know they've been taking care of their business, at a young age. And that's good. Even with the ones that it could be an ailment because we know the foods we eat. And you don't know what they contain. I'm not saying this in a conspiracy. We know people's heart is not in the right place. It ain't got to do nothing with conspiring. You can read the instructions, you can read the ingredients. They'll tell you and define them. Let them speak to you themselves. I learned, especially with our people, you having a simple conversation, they think you trying to correct them. They didn't convicted themselves. They be telling on themselves like they. When I speak, I express to people, and they, a lot of black people think, oh, you just talking. Like being chosen is just a common occurrence with us. Yes, as the nation of His people, we are His servants. We are chosen. We are in it. There's things there are characteristics, His image and likeness that's in us that you don't see in other nations. I don't care how you take it. Take it as the truth. You can leave the rest of all that debate and philosophize. And I don't care what them people interpreted. We got the book right now. I'm just that type, brash type of dude, straightforward, ain't no sugarcoating. This what it is because the Most High didn't tell me go talking to no these people and that people or interpretations of their interpretation. Yeah, that's what the Holy Spirit is there for. There were some things I had to learn about that has brought me closer to the Most High, that has opened my eyes more where I'm taking in more of this wisdom, and now I'm seeing it according to the Most High. Look, that's a blessing. All that stuff people be talking about, the things of the world may not show up. You getting your life in order, you up landing. Trust me. All these things shall be added into you. Just make sure you're in lockstep with the Most High. That's all I can say. And yeah, the devil gonna come. He gonna try to knock you off your path. You best believe it. He gonna show up in places where you think there's weakness. That's why I'm constantly speaking. Like repetitiously, daily, round the clock, praying, uh, without ceasing, constantly, because that's what me and him do. That's what me and YaHuWaH do. I always did that, even when I was locked up. I was in there reading round the clock, reading that Bible. I tell you, the guys will tell you like this dude here will read that Bible incessantly. Yeah, I will participate in certain activities, but the activities I participated with, it was the ones where I set the agenda. And it was based on the criteria because we had a group, a We Care congregation. It was praying and fasting and searching the scriptures, sharing scriptures. I'm going to get back to that. And take up a donation. But the only thing about the donation coming my way is you put money into my ministry, it's accounted for. So if something happened, you've been putting money in my ministry all this time, then you should be able to call him when you need help, right? Not like lean on them every day till you just drain them. You have forged a relationship based on finances. There should be reciprocation. If you're putting into that ministry, you should be able to call that ministry if you feel you in dire straits, which you shouldn't have to get that, but things ain't adding up. They're not working out for you. You might need a hand up or opportunity. Or you've been putting money in there, maybe they can give you a loan. Or not so much a loan, but pay a bill. If you have a pressing bill or two, okay, pay for it. When an event is coming up and you need products or things, okay, get that for them. So and I've made videos concerning that, but we are who we are, you know. I hear a lot of people say it's for the ministry. We get more books. We don't need more books. We got enough knowledge. You know, we got all the knowledge in the world. We done took the tour, done took over the everything concerning the kingdom. Can't no religion stand with no Hebrew Israelite. A lot of people soaking in they misfortune. I'm gonna keep it straight. I ain't gonna go off to the veer off to the left. I'm gonna keep it straight. You know, I ain't gonna play games and insult people in such a way. But people know, the law you can't establish nothing unless you establish on the word. And within the spirit of that word, there's a law. You can listen to them people tell you the law is done away with, but what does that word law mean? Have you looked it up? Have you proven first? Do you know it's not working? Obviously you don't, because we got look at that tree right there. That tree leaves bear fruit at a certain time. It's set on a timetable, right? That's set in eternity. The Most High did that. He created them. So he established a law in which they grow. It's a time to grow and it's a time to rest. That thing die off. It's not where it goes to a state of not producing. Because why? Like right now, fall. The leaves are falling. We're getting closer to winter time, but we're in the fall season, and the leaves are falling. They're turning red, down, and down out, and falling to the ground. I was blowing the leaves, cleaning the leaves from behind the garage today. My dad's garage and his next door garage, and his backyard, heading out to the alleyway. It was a lot of freaking leaves. A lot of leaves. So there's a continuous cycle. The law is continuous, it's eternal. How can you do away with the instruction? If you buy a car, they're going to give you an instruction manual. They're going to give you booklets, an instruction which instructs you. So they're in essence authorizing you with the familiarity of how the system, what this thing is, and how this system operates, and these things that's added to it, like your sound system. You might have a navigation system. There's instruction on how that operates, but we don't read no instructions unless we in particular times when you buying accessories, and a lot of people pay people to put up the things. I never did that. I do my own maintenance. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I don't want no bunch of people coming up in my house from the get go. You know, women kind of different with that. They're indifferent into each his own. But no, it's not a bullheaded thing. Or I'm thinking, no, I am mechanically inclined, and I myself assemble and disassemble automobiles all day, every day, from the interior to the outer of it, to the engine, to the gas tank, to the electrical harness. We've been working in the capacity of an electrician. because I understand the basics of how electronics work, you know, and I understand numbers matter. Numbers in the automotive field mean something. They matter. They tell a story, you know, and give you an instruction based on what that reading is. You can determine. You know, I sit down and do my Columbo, assess things, take notes. Okay, this is what it's speaking. That number coming from that car could be a trouble code, a P trouble code, or a B trouble code, or a T trouble code, a U trouble code. What other trouble codes? I used to know this stuff off the top of my head. Do I got my automotive technology book over there? I believe I do. I should have it down there. I got my biology book. I got my Greek Septuagint. I got my little, I got my up top there. What we got up top? I'm gonna make my own bookshelf. I'm not gonna buy no bookshelf. I'm gonna make one. I'll show y'all the future search. I'm a designer, you know, creative. We like our father. I got my Tanakh, and I got my New Testament here, and I got the full Holy Bible, King James. This New Testament is the New International Version. I got the Author Keshler, the 13th tribe, from Babylon to Timbuktu, the four winds of heaven. That's talking about these nations today, the Romans, the Greeks, the Babylonian nations. These are the European nations, man, and their kinfolk, Germanic, Turkic people, even the people over there in Iran, some of them. But then you have Israel also that was scattered into that area. So don't get it twisted. African origins of the major Western religions. Yusuf, A.A., Ben Yakin. Oh, this Ben Yakin. Okay, I got it. Wow, bro, you gave me. And look, I've been reading it, but I don't pay attention to no names. Bro, yeah, that is Ben Yakin. Y'all know who Ben Yakin is? You thank Zion Lex and Divine Prospect for teaching me a lot. That's who opened my mind's eye of understanding to Brother Ben Yakin. And Brother Ben Yakin, which is the elder, rest in peace, who went, the man used to debate no matter who it was. The man was a beast, you know. He was a pillar in the community when it comes to culture, a cultural pillar, because he understood who we were. And he would debate any of them other people, the Gentiles, who I'm speaking about. You know, he understood we the people that the books talking about. All the books they wrote, and they talking about they published it. I mean, we know they translated, they published it because they the ones who created that big publishing, which is cool. I thank the Most High that they published and published them books and translated them and brought it into English. English is a Germanic language. Don't get it twisted. And Yiddish too. You do the math. Kids, you not. You can't make this stuff up. We do the research. And a lot of people don't like that, and that's where you lose a lot of people. Let me park there for a second. The many people that I know go to church, that read their Bible, they confess Jesus, and they know they love God. But when you speak to them, when you know your eye has been open. All this they talking about pineal gland, and he lit. Hallelujah. Genesis chapter 32. That's when the Most High changed Jacob's name to Israel, because they were already his servants. Remember, Jacob comes from the house of Shem. These are the servants of the Lord, the servants of the kingdom of heaven. Yes, the Most High has servants, but he also, the invitation is to all. I'm not going to skip past that. A lot of people hate that, but you got people in the world walking around now talking about they don't know who they are. Well, they know now, because the information is out there. There's no platform you can't go on where even you have now the Gentile nations confessing. They even know. So And it's not like that doesn't add or take away. That's a good thing for them to know so they can walk around. So they can, come into the kingdom. They can enter into his rest too. They ain't nothing but the motherfucking devil. What is y'all doing? Oh, that's the baby. I go there. I was in most of my zone. In my Hebrew zone. Y'all know. Yeah. Oh, he institutionalized. He can't think. He can't fit into man. He can't fit into society. He different. Bullshit. I lead society. You right. I'll never fit in. I lead in society. You know, that's the difference. No, I'll never fit in. We lead in society. We the children of Israel. Don't get it twisted. You don't fit in with them. That's the problem. Then you got people trying to tell us something. Y'all ass need to listen. That's the problem. Your ass need to listen. I know I just used that word, but yeah, our people need to listen. Stop playing. We're not playing the world game. It's, look, things done shifted into a whole nother direction. It's not what you think. Now my next book is Rich, Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Rich Dad's Guide to Investing. What the rich invest in that the poor middle class do not. By Robert Kiyosaki, with Sharon L. Lecture, CPA, whatever that is. I have to look it up. I got Post Traumatic Slave Syndrome, Dr. Joy DeGruy. Then I got a book by one of the brothers I know, From the Father to His Sons. Conversations on Fatherhood and Husbandhood. Cortez J. Wash. Check him out. Y'all check him out. You can find this information on YouTube too. He's a servant of the Most High, out there doing kingdom work, taking care of kingdom business. He's definitely a worthy servant of the Most High. Every day they send me a breakdown of the scripture through his ministry. I'm like, that's cool. I appreciate that. That adds to my life. Okay, I got the Septuagint, Greek and English, Zondervan. I pretty much trust Zondervan and then still do research what I'm reading. I don't just read stuff. I research what I'm even reading. I ain't playing with them. The world of biology. But then what I'm reading has to connect back to the foundation, which is thus said the Most High. If what I'm reading is not rooted in the foundation of thus said YaHuWaH, thus said the Most High, it ain't gonna happen. It's trash. Get it out of here. I don't want to hear about it. I done did the years. I done did the studies. It's nothing. I got the American Heritage College Dictionary, 3rd edition. There's so many dang on books. What's this? The American Constitutional Order, History, Cases, and Philosophy, 3rd edition. That's by LexisNexis. I never read that book in public. I got the 7th Black's Law Dictionary, 7th edition, by Brian A. Garner, well, editor in chief. I got the Negro Bible, the Slave Bible, select parts of the Bible for the use of the Negro slaves of the British West India Islands. And what else we got here? Cult Economics. I've been reading this book for years. Then I got this Law for Personal Business, Law for Business and Personal Use book by John Adams. 10th edition, 16th, 16th edition. So it's kind of economics, law, first and foremost, on one side. And I can understand these books. A lot of this, you'd be surprised, brothers. These books are deep. I can be on there philosophizing. Yeah, you philosophizing all day. But understand, a lot of this information you hear about is real. It's not a joke. You know, you hear brothers and sisters talking, and a lot of people, oh, they need to shut up. They don't know what they're talking about. Oh, no, they need to keep talking. You don't know what you're talking about. We need a system of justice in place for the so-called Negro that's been deprived of justice in all areas of life. It's not a joke. That's what this is about, and it's not going to stop. A lot of people act like they scared to stand for what's right. Man, you talking about you read the Bible and you study it. Well, you read Matthew 6:33. You seeking the kingdom. You ain't worried about government, politics, nations and what they doing and not doing. You gotta show them how to do it. That's why they doing that now. I'm gonna go because y'all don't like to see videos more than probably 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna start putting out short videos so I can get the message across. We the people wake up, come into the light, come out of the darkness. That world is dark. It's not what the Most High established for you. And this is what happened when Adam rebelled. He was given a commandment. He broke it. So that means he rebelled from the king's law, the king's authority. The king gave him the authority. And he gave it away. Christ came to give it back. He gave it in Israel. He gave it to Israel, his firstborn. He dropped them all. But he still in play. And that's what brings me to this microphone today. And that's why you hear a lot of Negroes out here speak, change, establish. There's a lot going on. Losing a lot of friends, family. They think you're crazy. You ain't crazy. You read. You know better. You better read something. People just be so. I don't know. I ain't never been that high. And I ain't never been stuck on nobody else. I know how to cook that work in. You know? So I don't want to read about it or go learn it. I don't got nothing against nobody, but I've always been into me. I was told I'm arrogant. I'm everything but a child of God. Like, you know, inside people they are like that. Not that they arrogant or cocky or nothing. That's what they were made for. That's what they made for. Ain't that what that boy saying? That's what they made for because why? They represent a higher, they got a higher purpose. They represent a higher calling. They don't got the same, everybody don't got the same mission. You don't worry about the next soldier's mission. Just make sure you take care of yours. Know your mission and stand firm. Walk, you know, stand firm in it. And don't be mad because they walking hard. And they walking hard. They ain't barring none. All that old soft stuff, they ain't with none of that. Get down and lay down. Y'all know what time it is, but in the right way. And all that. All your religiously bull crap. Kill that noise. Y'all know what time it is. We got the house now. We back in the crib, y'all. We back in the hen house. And I ain't talking about none of this bull crap. Y'all know what time it is. Put me out, y'all. life done got better. It's still a challenge coming out of the world and learning how to rely on other things than what I was used to. There's been a change. People look at me crazy. I don't give a shit. I told y'all what time it is. Excuse my French, but I did it again. Dare I say, watch your mouth. Excuse me, y'all. Son, you're moving too fast. Slow down. We get to talking about all that stuff. That's where the problem comes in. Because you're not of the world no more. We learn to overcome that. And what I get stuck at, because others don't agree. You giving weight to what they to the you giving antichrist. I ain't speaking nothing that I came up with. I'm speaking what you supposed to know. What's your problem? Oh, I know how it is. When mom and dad used to leave, they leave with instructions, and they had to be enforced. And some of y'all ass just loose and don't want don't want no discipline. We just all over. We just be all over the place. You know, there's some lessons I had to learn. I had to learn, fam. I need to hurry up so I can go get me some this world. I need some chocolate. I wanted to get me an inner tube, but I had to do something. I ain't got no more cash. I have to pay bills. I gotta get some bill rotation. Get that shit off me, because I be wanting to do so much. I don't even get off me where I'm not running from no responsibility. I actually want more responsibility. I want me a home with a garage. That secures my responsibility. I go in there and fix flat, do everything, show you how to get that bread. That's one thing about a reef. We know how to get to the money. We know how to get to the money, but when your whole world, what you going to say, your whole world has been changed. I ain't G Wayne no more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't connected to the streets like that. I don't do that stuff no more. People look at me crazy like, what this nigga talking about? And I be like, I just be listening. I'm like, but don't nobody ever come with nothing I be talking about. And I be in my own little world. I ain't mad. Shoot. I'm unlocking these things. I'm unlocking knowledge. Tapping into knowledge that's gonna help us actually. Because this world, when you hear I'm saying this end of the world, this world as we know it, they coming into a new world, AI world. The industrial world is gone. Real estate, building. You had the steel mills and all that. We come up out of that. We come into electricity, fossil fuels. Then they went to digging, getting bread. They went getting to the money, y'all. That industry boom was, whoo. You had to, I'm sure everybody done watched them shows. J.P. Morgan, Carnegie, and to build the race war. The race was to build the nation, to procure all control of all resources. Them people been playing hard, going hard since way back when, family. And we know they ass will deprive you because it wasn't under no conditions where there was contract. Now some of our people who were free, so-called free, but still operating, your ass still ain't free. We think we free now, but you ain't free. What the hell you talking about? We ain't never free. My old tie on you. He bought you. He put his life on you. That's what the shift was with me. I'm like, everything coming at me. Why? Let's think about what I just said. The Most High put it all on you. It's all yours. You ain't gotta go to no church. You ain't gotta convert. Why you telling them they don't need to go to no church, Wayne? because you are the assembly. We build in the kingdom. You have to connect your life with the word because within the word is instructions. He said, keep my commandments. He gave you commandments to keep. I didn't say the Mosaic ritual law. No, spiritual law, which Christ came to establish the kingdom. So there has to be a greater than Moses. And what he's establishing has to be greater than ritual law because we even broke that. And we think we can still hold the torch. Yeah, he's going to reestablish. And the law will go forth from Zion. But that's the eternal law. It won't be them ritual laws. He's going to be your light. There ain't going to be no lifetime. It's going to be eternity. We're going into the Christ era. Get ready. Yeah, the enemy's going to raise his head. But y'all better read. Read your Bible. Right now, there are a lot of people, Gentiles, the Hebrews who are waking up, Israelites, Christian groups, even them. A lot of them waking up and realizing, shucky, ducky, quack, quack. We have inherited lives. Used to hear about the, what was that group? The apologetics, which you still hear them. I know it's all about money. They didn't ran to these sites. They want to get the money. It's all about the money because if you read that Bible, you know what time it is. All that stuff they talking about, 1947 and all that, I don't talk about it because why? And I understand. I watched Lord Rothschild. That was his name. I watched him mention how I believe his uncle sent that letter and told them they wanted that land, what they wanted that land for. I understand the Balfour Act. I understand the root of it. A lot of y'all don't read. That's like you talking about, I ain't got a Nobel Prize. Man, look, who created that Nobel Peace Prize? That's like Cecil Rhodes. I guess like degree or something crap. Man, you know who the hell Cecil Rhodes was? That nigga was a killer. That nigga used to kill our people. You know, he went in Africa and deprived them people. He was bad as, what's that Belgian king name? Leopold. Like, what? These are Germanic and Turkish people. You know, that's them people, them Gentiles, man. Same people you see in all the lands they say were promised land and active with religion. Them our lands, the root of it. That's where our ancestors come from. That's why you're not there and it's a question of where we at. They lie about that. I watched this lady post something up and she was a European. And she was telling a lady Egyptian. I'm like, what? Lady, go sit your butt down somewhere. You know, shut up. Stop with that. Y'all need to stop with that. Egyptians are African, sons of Ham. These are black people. They look like Negroes. Remember, Joseph, Abraham was in Africa. They couldn't even tell the difference between them people. You know, when Joseph was there, they couldn't tell the difference. So stop playing. Whose report do you believe? The most high, you're going to be listening to all these people trying to debate the truthful way. Oh no, we have to talk about it. You got to talk about nothing. Talk about it with the most high. Ask him. But as for me, that's how I move. That's always been my work in life. Yeah, I might have strayed trying to do some other stuff I knew I shouldn't have been doing to try to get some quick cash. But if you work the law, you understand the law, God's law. It's like if I plant some seeds, I want to form a garden, all I gotta do is go plant the seeds. And they'll do the rest, right? It's common sense. It's not physics. Well, it is physics to a degree, but it's common sense. It's kingdom sense, family. Most High make you smart. He's gonna make you wise, strong. Where you able to come up not only with these ideas, but I can go out there and take over the community and establish the kingdom with no problem. No problem. Because we're gonna put the things together that's gonna keep the people working. We got instruction. They need to work. As I said, you're gonna work. To hear all this credit. That's all you hear all day. Credit. There's always something they see they want. They going in people's land, messing all up. Because they always want something that don't belong to them. You gotta tell they ass. They greedy. If they wasn't, trust me, if everybody was in their lane, which the Most High gave their ancestors, he the one gave it to them and put a covenant on it for each son of Noah. So don't get mad at me when I'm going to do the research to learn about it. These books done full one. I'm like Pastor Darby. Don't get mad at me because I'm going to tell the truth. Your granddaddy people stealer. They steal people. You better watch yourself. Mess around steal you. But he said a dog stealer. I'm going to tell you how. I ain't going to lie on his name, but he did say that they mad because you telling the truth. That's the point. People get mad and you twisting scriptures. We ain't making it about us. Don't miss God. I'm making it about I ain't gonna miss the purpose He sent me here for. I don't care what you talking about. You're gonna get down and lay down anyway. That's where we at with all that posturing and threatening people. We ain't got to threaten nobody. I ain't got to touch you. Cut your ass off so fast. That's it. Simple. You ain't operating according to God's law, it ain't gonna stand no way. You can play church if you want to. That shit over. The church is dwindling. Right now, they losing a lot of credibility. They finna lose a lot of people. A lot of black and white people are waking up. The Asians waking up. You can turn new. I just read to y'all all these platforms where all this black people listen. You must listen. Black people, God said you must. It's urgent to black people. Y'all, there's too many videos now. Okay, when the brother, I see them with the wheel. I don't have no problem with it because they're part of the root too. It's just Judah. And I understand, I always speak it. Judah is the head tribe, so Judah was first too. People don't understand that, but you see it in real time now. It's Judah out front letting the world know who we are. And the other brother, and it's not just Judah in America. You got Caribbean, you got especially Africa. Judah been roused up over there. That's what he told me. Nigeria, Igbo, know that they eerie. They know they got it. They ain't guessing. They know who they are. And they got the evidence. And that word is true. For years. That's what I learned from an Igbo. And what he know, how he know it, I don't think none of us want to debate. He'll eat you alive. They're trying to probably ridicule him and talk crazy. But the average is above average. Even if you know Hebrew. God's wisdom is greater. When you moving in that YaHuWaH of YaHuWaH, family, you're going to blow them down. If it ain't built on the word, like he said, if you establish anything, let it be on this foundation. That's the word. You forget about it. You cook. Ain't that the word they like to use? You cook. Everything you talking about, you cook, bro. You can pack it up, sus, and go home. Get the books out, get back in the books, and try again. It shouldn't be debated no way. But, okay, it's been 50. Hey, I can't put no short video out, whether they hear the whole video or not. Hey, I'm doing my job. That's on you. I said I wasn't going to do no long video like that, but I don't do no short videos. Ain't nothing short about this miraculous awakening. Y'all see it? It's the hottest topic around the world. No, they mad too. A lot of people mad. We ain't getting involved in everybody's stuff, which is cool. Our eyes and hearts are turned towards doing better, and I like that. And I got to get people that's around me more active. Put what needs to be behind it to get them activated. There's so much warfare. Family, people, our people act like we scared to come into the knowledge of truth, that royalty. Like we want to stay peasants or something. We ain't no damn peasants. You the light for them. If you don't come forth, you don't bring light, then how you expect them to have an example or have it even want to change? No, family. You set you the standard. You don't follow nobody, you the standard in who you are. You are who you are. And you play them games rejecting if you want to, that's on you. I'm gonna walk it out. That's I'm gonna walk it out and be thankful and humble. I'm a servant, but I'm a king. Don't get it twisted. So that means I gotta rule some stuff. Yes, I do. I rule the work of these hands. And it's fruitful because that's what the Most High gave me. It's not dependent. It don't have no credit lines or none of that. It's straight road dog. Sometimes it's this, and a lot of times it's not. But that's gonna change, right? I'm working on that now. It's just a change of environment, mindset, my heart, and really proving this thing to myself. Because you could say you awaken and you love the Most High, and tomorrow your ass, like my son always tell me, hurt the process. Tomorrow your ass will be making phone calls, making deals with the devil, being telling me I'll bring me a pound of weed. I had to fall back like, dude, you're doing too much. Where's your loyalty? Where's your faith? You know? And I had to fall way back. I know people are like, but I don't care. Then I just come off, my phone was off. I'm like, how you gonna account for that? I ain't trying to account. Use the messenger. I got this call, got that call. Then I got this phone cracking. Now it's back to I already know every penny you hold. I don't care if it's $5. You hold that shit because you have to pay it. Not only just mine, but you might have to help others. It's not that I need a lot of cash because that's what I do. I make sure there's certain people in my life they know when I get it, you know the time. So I gotta get back on it. They know my children is fluffy. Cause every check I got, I took them some money out of it. On everything. I get one of them at least $100. Pay my bill and will help not just them. I gotta get back. I was alive. I was living, family. Which I carry the responsibility. I bear the burden of it. I bear the burden if it's producing or not. Which I learned that I don't. All I gotta do is be obedient to the law. That means you gotta be on your business. You gotta be on it. You don't get easy. That's your weed, and I'm on it. Everything. I'm gonna work out and back to home. Consistency. Stay on it. There's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of warfare. I ain't paying their ass no attention, but it got my attention. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? Leave it alone, man. That's for you. You know, the Holy Spirit goes, but you messing up that one. You messing up. Hey, we on YaHuWaH time. We ain't on Wayne time. We're on this 50 years. We used to be finished on tomorrow, so I'm going to work. I've been cool. Taking care of business. I'm gonna stay busy for life. I Mother train. So you ain't gonna go that way. You ain't gonna go that way. The only way things will go the way you expect it is if you got to put that work in. That's why I said I never had that feeling. I always opted to put that work in because I always wanted to own and control my own. I don't need to do nothing according to nobody's standards. I never believed in no shit like that. You know, yeah, I tried some things, but I realized real quickly, especially coming from the streets, when you know all you have to do is get up and go get it, post up. You talk that shit, but right now, a lot of y'all wish you did have it, where you can go and get it tax free back to them times, you know? But we know better. We can't do that no more. I ain't promoting that. I'm just saying. A lot of y'all talk, but I bet you wish that was available right now. I don't because we going in for grace. You know, we got a greater. We got some work to do. It's all for the good of those who love YaHuWaH. We ain't on no fugazi playing no religious games with the world. My ministry ain't about talking about Christians all day. That ain't the kingdom. My mission is to talk about the kingdom of God. He said, build my kingdom. So what do you mean, Dwayne? Are you building an edifice? No. I have to build him inside of me. And when I'm dealing with you, what comes out of my mouth, not what goes in me, but what comes out is what's going to stand, what's going to matter. Is what matters. Because that's going to establish so long. So stand firm, soldiers. Don't wave out there in the battlefield. They're going to come for you. I promise you they're going to come for you. You know they're going to come at you. They're going to come. They don't want to see right. You have to realize this community and the people you are, that's just their mindset. But fear not. You already know the time. You know what you got to do. You ain't got to go on that hour before Dollar General calls. Let me smack this. Say your grace. Say the grace. Lord, I thank you for this meal. Thank you for the hands that cook this big, juicy, fast, pretty steak. Pretty steak. The steak and spinach. And potato. Got that damn potato over there. My lady be cooking potatoes in the microwave. I'm like, I don't eat no microwave potatoes. My potatoes. What the hell? When y'all get that, now she cooked from scratch. My lady ain't cooked from scratch. Don't get it twisted. But I'm seeing a lot of people doing that. Like, oh, hell no. I ain't trying to get no quick potato. And she'll notice when she do that, I'll leave them motherfuckers up there. I don't need no motherfucking potatoes cooked in the microwave. I cook mine in straight raw water, H2O, boil it until it's, about 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. That sucker gets soft. Slide that sucker over the butter. And it's off to the recess. You dig? So I'm gonna go in here. To Israel. Talk about the Hebrews. Now, I got some ideas. I got this one idea I need to take care of. But when I do, y'all gonna know. You gonna feel me. Ooh, that's Brother Reese, ain't it? Brother Reese. I ain't gonna forget about y'all, but I ain't listening. Cause y'all on the phone. A lot of people done turned on you. Now that you're awakened, your eyes understanding, you know some stuff, you're able to do some stuff to help. Now they acting funny. What the hell? They don't want to support nothing. It's like they want to see you fail. They hating. Like, what the fuck? Excuse my French, y'all. Gotta go. You have to work on yourself, son. Mm, mm, mm. Tender rum. Mm. All right, y'all. Mm. I'm about to have a love affair with this steak. Hey.